Pope Francis issued a warning on artificial intelligence, AI, this week during a visit in Singapore. On Thursday, Pope Francis appeared in Singapore during his ongoing tour of several Asian countries, where he spoke about AI. According to Al Jazeera, the Pope warned that AI should be used to bring communities closer together and noted that technology could put some people at risk of being isolated. Earlier this summer, the Pope made similar comments about the possible dangers of AI and called for a ban on lethal autonomous weapons. In light of the tragedy that is armed conflict, it is urgent to reconsider the development and use of devices like the so-called lethal autonomous weapons and ultimately ban their use, Pope Francis said during a meeting with G7 leaders in June. This starts from an effective and concrete commitment to introduce ever greater and proper human control. No machine should ever choose to take the life of a human being. During his trip to Singapore, Pope Francis commended the nation's economic success as a reflection of human ingenuity, but called on the city-state to prioritize care for its most vulnerable, particularly foreign workers. His remarks came as he concluded his tour of some of Asia's poorest nations in one of the world's wealthiest countries. The Pope expressed awe at Singapore's towering skyscrapers, which he said seemed to rise from the sea, during his address to the city-state's leaders. He echoed the sentiment later in the day while celebrating Mass before a crowd of roughly 50,000 at Singapore's National Stadium. The most beautiful building, the most precious treasure, the most profitable investment in God's eyes is ourselves, the Pope said. Singapore celebrated Francis' arrival by unveiling a new hybrid orchid named for him, the Dendrobium His Holiness Pope Francis. Presented during an official welcome ceremony, the orchid exudes a serene and pure beauty of ivory-white petals with a pink tinge at the center, according to the National Parks Board. The Pope arrived in Singapore from East Timor, kicking off his official visit Thursday with meetings with President Tharman Shanmugaratnam and Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. He later addressed government officials and diplomats at the National University of Singapore. At the National University of Singapore, Francis commended the government's dedication to sustainable development, as well as its efforts in providing public housing, quality education, and healthcare. However, he cautioned against prioritizing excellence at all costs, urging leaders to focus on support.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more news updates. Hit subscribe for the latest news.